For most of their histories, broadcast networks tried desperately to really establish brands. I mean, they wanted you to know you were at CBS, and every half hour, this is CBS or the NBC chimes or whatever. I mean, it was both in your face and subliminal and everywhere. They really wanted you to, for their network to be a destination. And let's remember, in those old days when you watched on a television set that you had to tune the dial, it was actually like going to a destination. Back in the age of radio, the networks, you had to find it and you had to get it in and you had to adjust the antenna. Getting to CBS was kind of like getting to grandma's. It took some doing. And well into the 80s, these theme songs they had every year really made an effort to, the Peacock, the Chimes, Fox's Searchlights, Michigan J. Frog when the WB was announced. There is less network identity now for a couple of reasons. One is that a lot of people are not watching this stuff on the network. They're watching it either collected for them on their DVR devices, which is not within the context of the other stuff going on in the network, or they're watching it on something like Hulu, which is all kind of mixed together. Secondly, the networks seem to be in so many ways rolling over and playing dead. It's like they've believed all the predictions that they're dinosaurs, and they're just not trying anymore. It's true that the network broadcasting model 15 years down the line is going to be something completely different. But there is a lot of money to be made in the next 10 to 15 years when that model is actually still intact. Let's face it, the networks still get bigger audiences than anyone else does. And there is a sense that there seems to be less of that real attempt to grasp an identity. The last real identifiable one was the WB, when they decided to take the mantle of the hip teenage program from Fox, who had started out with that, and they started coming out with Dawson's Creek and Buffy and Felicity and all that kind of stuff. You could spot a WB show in less than a second. When you're flipping through the dial, you could see it in a minute, and they kept putting that big logo on and that announcer that unified it. Networks seem to be doing that less aggressively now, and I think part of it is they're afraid that every second they spend branding is one more invitation to go watch Mad Men on AMC. They're trying so desperately to find that calculus.